This is tutorial number 161, and it covers multiple deform curve-to-curves within SOLIDWORKS. To start off, open up two tutorial parts located on the DVD. They are tutorial part number 161A and 161B. Now if you look at the two, they are identical, and what I'm going to show you is that we're able to create a different object by blending three different objects together using the deform curve-to-curve, but also the sequence in which you put these together will result in a different final product. So I'm going to show you how to mesh three of these together, and then I'm going to show the difference between doing one style. So on 161A, we're going to do one style, and then on 161B, we're going to do another style. So it's just a different order of how we're going through it, and we're going to get a different result. So to start off, let's go to 161A, and let's open up the Deform feature. So click Insert, Features, click Deform. So let's click Curve to Curve, and we'll start off by clicking the circle and then click the target curves, and we'll do the hexagon here. So let's start clicking all the edges all the way around. Looks good. We like it. Click OK. And now we have our first deform. Now let's do one more, and let's bring this square into this deform that we just made. So let's click Insert, click Features, click Deform, and let's click the four sides on the square. Now let's click these edges here, and it looks like what we want. Click OK. And if we click on Extrude 5 and if we hide it, now we've got a deform using three shapes and kind of bringing them together. So this certain shape that we've ended up with, we wouldn't be able to do it just with one deform. So we've kind of brought three different objects together and kind of molded them together. And this is a really good tool if you have multiple bodies that you want to bring together. You're able to do this. So you're not just relying on two bodies to make one certain object at the end. You can bring as many as you want in and slowly build them up and deform them all together into one. Now let's go to 161B, and we'll do it in a different sequence and we'll get a different result. So click Window and flip over to 161B. So let's start, and let's click Insert, click Feature, click Deform. Now let's start off by clicking these four sides on the square. And then we'll click the circle, click OK. And we might just have to flip this around. Let's get rid of the lines and try it again. Sometimes it's just the order that you pick that it doesn't like, so you just have to keep trying until everything looks good. And this one looks good, so let's click OK. And now we're going to do the same with the hexagon going to the circle. So click Insert, click Features, click Freeform, or sorry, click Deform, and we'll click all the sides of the hexagon, and then we'll click the circle, and it looks like this one's good too, so let's click OK. And now we've got two deforms on each side. Now let's click Extrude 2, and let's hide the cylinder in the middle. And now let's bring these two deforms together. So let's click Insert, click Feature, click Deform, And let's click the deform from the square first. And now we'll click the deform from the hexagon. And it looks like it's going to go through, so let's see, let's click OK. No, so let's try flipping it. And that's not right, so let's click Control Z and just back it up. Now let's try this again. And like I showed before, sometimes it's just the order that you do it in, and you just might have to go back and just try it all over again. And let's see if it'll take it this time. Okay, let's delete all these edges here in this box from the hexagon. And let's try them again one more time. And there we go. So sometimes you just have to change the order, and you also have to change, if we go into the feature, the shape options. So just by playing around with those, then you might get it to work. So now we're left with this as our deform. So we've deformed off of the square and the hexagon into the cylinder, and from those two deforms we brought them together. So now we've got a different shape than what we got in 161A. So if we flip between the two by pressing Control Tab, you can see the two different results that we got from the exact same set of objects. So depending on the sequence and the order that you're doing your deforms and which edges and what variables we put into it, we're going to get different results all the time. So in this tutorial, what I'm trying to show you is that if you have multiple bodies, you're able to slowly bring them together to make a deform that you want. And depending on which order that you're deforming in, you're going to get a different result every time. So this tool, again, it's very nice. You're able to really play around with it, and you're able to manipulate it, and slowly you're able to get it to do what you want it to do. So it's a very creative tool. It's not very math and I guess very engineering, too much engineering behind it. It's more of an artsy and more of a feel to get the look and the style that you're looking for. So that concludes our tutorial on the multiple deform curve to curve feature within SolidWorks.